Previously on Dream Daddy.
Have you met our neighbors yet?
Not yet, but the neighbourhood seems pretty quiet.
So you won't have to chase any random teens off while you're known.
You are the very teen you mock when you say that, honey.
I'm in my last year of high school. I'm practically done.
Craig?
Bro!
You jog daily? I jog yearly. On January 1st, when I promise myself that I'm going to jog daily for the rest of the year, but I give up 30 minutes and just walk home.
Well, it's never too late to get back into it, dude. You should join me sometime.
The moment the door closes behind us, he pushes me up against the wall and kisses me and grabs my hips.
Come on!
Robert takes my hand and leads me up the stairs and into what I assume is his bedroom, but it's so dark that I can't see anything but Robert's intense expression.
Maybe a joke first, maybe a pickup line, but either one of those is just a waste of time. I need a better way, I need some inspiration, something that better explains all my motivation. To meet you, know you, and be on your mind. I have to, but how do I put this right? Don't overcomplicate, just say hi or whatever it takes to break the ice.
Text!
I wake up from a text from an unknown number. Oh, it's Craig!
Rise and shine, early bird. Still want to work out? This is Craig, by the way.
How'd you get my number? Holy crap, it's 6 a.m.? Who does 6 a.m. anymore? Without realizing it, I drift back to sleep. Oh, must have winked out. I checked my phone again.
Hey, bud. Still want to get your swole on? I'm ready to tear up the track. Hit me up.
God, the last thing I want to do right now is work out. But it is Craig. I do want to catch up.
Yeah, for brunch.
Oh, going to the gym, I guess. Hey, my man, I need a few minutes to wake up, but let's meet in 20. For a few seconds, another text comes in.
Sure thing. Meet me at the gym.
The gym. There's only one in town. It's called the gym.
The gym.
I stretch and my bones creak. I gotta stop falling asleep on the couch. I throw off my blanket and... Hey, wait, I remember falling asleep with a blanket. Amanda must have tucked me in after I fell asleep. Bless that child. I reluctantly brush my teeth, throw on the only clothes I own that are even kind of gym appropriate, and head out. We almost had sex with a man.
Yeah.
What did you?
The neighborhood is quiet and
Fucking
serene.
thieves.
It's early in the morning. Birds chirp and the grass is still wet with dew. Surprisingly, the gym is pretty crowded. I spot Craig standing out front, stretching. Of course, he spots me and waves enthusiastically.
Hey, bro. Good morning. You wanna
Hey,
fuck?
good to see you, man. That's definitely gonna happen, bud. I'm definitely not as pumped up as he is. Maybe I should have had some coffee before I left.
You little slut. You ready to kick some butt?
Help. This is it. This is how I die.
It'll be right, dude.
I scared him
We'll
off too.
ease you
Yeah,
into
dude.
it.
Hey,
Although I almost
fucked
still
the other
nearly
dude.
fucked old mate. We head into the gym and I'm immediately intimidated. All of these people look like they could break me in half, and it seems like Craig is friends with all of them. He high fives and finger guns all the cool jocks in the room. They look like they
That's
could
awesome.
and would steal my lunch money and spend on protein shakes.
Come on, bud. Let's warm up.
We head over to the treadmills and start walking. Okay, I can walk. Walking is good. This is a decent pace to be walking. So I know we are on the treadmills.
Yes.
And those over there are ellipticals?
Very good.
What is all this other stuff? Craig laughs.
They might look a little scary, but I guarantee you that all of them serve a specific purpose for building muscle mass, bro.
I watch, bro. I watch as a dude in a muscle tee flexes a muscle I didn't know existed on a machine I think was once used to produce grain into flour. What is that? Why is that guy doing that to himself?
That's a good question, bro. What do you think he's doing?
Praying to some sort of pain god? Using a medieval torture device? There's a tiny man in there, right? And he did something that the court found unfavourable? Now that muscular dude is doling out justice in the form of pain?
What?
Oh no, Craig is turning up the speed. I better do the same. How long have you been doing the buff thing?
Couple years. Bro.
And what do you do when you're not dadding or working or buffing?
Oh, I coach my twin softball team. Bro.
Bad. I'm waiting for it now. That still counts as both dadding and buffing.
I keep busy, but what do you do for fun, Beth?
I try to live as close to a Jimmy Buffett song as possible. I check out my hot bod. I'm gonna go for the Jimmy Buffett song. The goal is to live with as few worries as I can muster. The lost shaker of salt was a metaphor.
A metaphor about what?
About not being able to shake salt onto something. We're jogging now. Oh god, we're jogging now. I look over to Craig, who hasn't even broken a sweat. How is he doing this so effortlessly? I'm dying! I can feel my life force draining through every orifice of my body.
Hey, remember when my fish died in college? Yeah.
No, I don't like this story. Oh my god, is he really bumping up the speed again? I guess I better do it too. Oh, this is fast. This is very fast.
And we were at that party, and you vowed to make me feel better. You tell me to create a distraction, so of course I do a sick keg stand and get everyone cheering. Yeah.
And then I try to steal the fish from the fish tank of the party with my bare hands like an idiot.
And then you dropped the fish and it was flopping around and you panicked. So you ran up to the post cake stand with the dying dirty fish in your hands that you scooped up off the ground, and you're yelling at me that we need to leave. We have to leave. So we're running out of a frat party with a fish and trying to give it mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, and we get him home and get him into a bowl of water, but the prognosis was grim. Yeah.
And the next day he's alive and well.
They never did catch the great fish thieves of Grand Ridge U.
And they never will. I shoot off the end of the treadmill and crash into the wall. Jesus, that hurts.
Did, bruh. Are you okay?
Can you say that again?
I want to say it again.
They do, bro.
Did, bruh. Are you okay?
Craig offers me a hand and looks me over for injuries. I'm fantastic. I managed to stand up and rub my back. Doesn't hurt now, but I'm sure it will later.
You don't have to push yourself like that. Always know your limits.
Well, I think I might call our gym adventure here.
You sure?
Yeah.
Alright, well, here, I brought you this.
Ooh, free stuff. Craig hands me a shaker bottle full of thick green liquid. I stare at it with what must be apparent distaste.
It's a protein shake, bro.
He said it for you! Oh, thank you? He wants me to drink it. Oh boy, here goes.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch you drink.
I take a small sip. It's actually delicious. Wow, this is really good.
And give me
Aw.
it. It's my special recipe. I ate my pineapples. Let me know if you ever want to work out again. Maybe you can try running around the neighborhood if treadmills aren't your speed. No pun intended, bruh.
Good one. Well, I'm going to put some ice on this everything. I'll see you around.
Didn't even say goodbye, really.
I just walked away.
Like the
I was
video.
halfway out the door when I was saying that sentence. I leave the gym feeling ashamed. Craig, you used to order. I was just laughing because I'm picturing this coming out. Like, in different parts. And I pictured the fucking sex straight away. And it's just like, it almost happens. Anyway, I leave the gym feeling ashamed. Craig used to order delivery from the pizza place across the street from our dorm. Now he can run circles around me. Literally. Man, I gotta work on this dad bod.
Well, you think about it. If we ever get fans and they want to write fanfics, I don't need to now.
I could just cut and paste all of our
Like,
lines
look, I already
here.
got the slash fic written.
I get home and lie down on the couch. It hurts to move. Oh god, I'm so old.
It's true, you are
This
very
is pretty
old.
much me now, but without the sex with men.
Don't fucking worry.
Oh no, I must have fallen asleep. What time is it? Shoot, it's 3:55. I'm supposed to be at Amanda's school in 5 minutes. I frantically put on some clean clothes, apply a generous amount of deodorant, and run out the door. I arrive at Amanda's school and check into the front desk. They give me a bright orange visitor sticker and send me on my way.
Did I ever do that in our school?
I'm barely awake and feeling pretty haggard, but hopefully nobody will notice. I check my watch and I'm relieved to see that only 2 minutes late. Wait, was it room 103 or 108? I spot a youth standing at his locker and approach him foul. Excuse me, do you know where Mr. Vega's classroom is?
Mr. Youth. Whoa!
Oh, that's you, Mark. The youth turns around and looks me up and down with heavily lined eyes.
So,
Come on, kid, I'm late for a meeting.
Mr. Who?
Mr. Vega.
I don't know. Have you tried the exit?
Oh, you're a fucking piece of shit. Alright, wise guy, you gonna help me out or not?
Kill yourself. Fine. Up those stairs and to your left. Can't miss him.
Do I trust this motherfucker? I head up the stairs and walk around, unable to find Mr. Vega's class anywhere. After a couple of minutes of searching, I head back downstairs. That punk youth sent me on a wild goose chase. I get back to where the low-rent Gerard Way is standing, fully ready to give him a piece of my mind when suddenly a head pops out of the classroom next to his locker.
Oh.
Fuck.
Oh!
Lucian, don't you have a third period to get to? So, fine, Mr. Vega.
I like size. That makes me...
Size great.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Now I'm officially 10 minutes late. I glare at him as he walks away. We're not cool.
You must be gay. This period's almost over. Would you mind waiting in the back?
Oh.
Mr. Vega leads me in and I take a seat in one of the comically small students' desks in the back. I'm like, get stuck in this.
Oh.
Alright, we're gonna fuck? Alright,
Get on the
where
end of
were
this
we?
for good grades.
Now, who can tell me about the unreliability of the narrator in J.D. Salinger's Catcher in the Rye? Yes, Colin.
Colin stands up and does the thing where he blows into the crook of his elbow to make a fart noise.
That's
The whole
correct.
class erupts in laughter.
Alright, everybody. Very funny, Colin. Please sit down. No, that's it. I'm going for Dr. Phil. Now, Holden Caulfield is an unreliable narrator in the sense that
The bell for the end of the period rings. All of the students immediately get up and make a break for the door.
Whoa.
remember to do that. Oh, God, I can't fucking read. Remember to do the reading and answer the response questions on page 194 in your textbook.
I love it. Nobody's listening.
Ah.
Or not, I guess.
Mr. Vega turns to me and sighs.
Middle schoolers, right?
Don't you teach high schoolers?
But, you know, budget cuts.
Right.
Oh.
Thanks so much for coming in.
No problem. Mr. Vega?
Please, call me Hugo. We could fuck later. I don't know. I don't normally do these impromptu parent-teacher meetings, but as I'm sure you know, Amanda's a very bright student, and I'm concerned about her recent behavior.
What's going on?
She's been getting pregnant.
No.
From on the other side of the room.
Amanda has never been the most engaged student, but I know she cares. Recently, though, she's been falling behind. She's not completing assignments and has been doing rather poorly on tests. I'd normally chalk this up to senioritis, but...
Senoritas? This is strange. I thought Amanda always shared everything with me. It hadn't even crossed my mind that something might be wrong.
I just wanted to ask, is everything okay at home?
We just moved. Well, we just moved recently, but it was only to the other side of town, and Amanda was more excited about it than I was.
Ah.
See, if you can talk to her about it, I know she values you a great deal and would appreciate your guidance. If she keeps heading down this road, she'll kill herself. I know how important
Maybe it's
art school
possible.
is to her and would hate to see her miss out on a scholarship money that she clearly deserves.
I'll make sure to talk to Amanda. Thanks for letting me know, Hugo.
Don't call me Hugo.
On my way out, I stopped thinking for a moment. I turned to Hugo.
You wanna fuck?
Hey, Hugo.
Yes.
Hey, ever catch that rye?
Yes.
Whoa!
Oh!
Fucking Hugo!
You will
One
be.
time you didn't get a fucking decision on the matter.
I know. Every other time I've pissed him off. I leave the classroom and make my way out of the school. I'm a little bit in shock that Amanda was able to hide this so well from me. She's always been such a force of positivity in my life, especially after we lost her mother. What? Amanda must be done with classes for the day by now. I'm sure she would appreciate a ride home, and maybe I can talk to her about what's going on.
Oh.
I pull up to the carpool and Amanda hops into the passenger seat.
So did you have fun gossiping about me?
Mr. Vega and I actually just gossiped about our celebrity crushes.
So you talked about Mario Batali the whole time?
It was a very productive meeting.
I'm pretty hungry. Can we grab some dinner?
Sure thing. More?
Fuck you!
Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, sure. Why more?
Geez, can't a dad take his daughter to the mall?
Will you buy me things?
I will buy you a thing, singular.
Sounds like a deal to me.
That thing is dinner.
Oh!
We drive in silence for a short while. Amanda plays a game on her phone. I should say something. You know, sometimes when a kid gets older, they find that they have to keep things hidden from their parents. And that's okay, because sometimes that's what kids do. And that's okay, but also sometimes it's good to have the parents' perspective, because, you know, maybe the parents have also dealt with similar situations. And maybe they're a little cooler than you give them credit for. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that it's good to share, and I love you.
Have you been reading my tweets?
You have a Twitter?
What? Never mind.
Look, sweetie, Mr. Vegas said you haven't been participating in class, and that you're not turning things in.
Oh, I'm fine, Pops. Senoritas and all that.
Senoritas?
Senoritas and all that.
I thought you liked Mr. Vegas' class.
It's fine. He's fine.
We pull up to a stoplight and I eye Amanda. She's still texting. Just, I want you to know that you can talk to me about anything.
Uh-huh.
I can tell that whatever it is, she
Tuck and roll,
just
tuck
does
and
not
roll.
want me knowing about it. That's frustrating. I heard Emma R's going to that fancy art school in California. That's exciting.
In the face, Chris.
Yep.
Are you bummed that you guys aren't going to the same school?
Yep.
Amanda keeps texting. She stifles a laugh. What's so funny?
It's a... I
She's
don't
got a
think you'd get it.
boyfriend. Take your phone off her.
Okay. Who you texting?
Noah,
Told her.
Who's Noah?
my friend.
Does he go to your school?
Yep.
He's a biker.
Do you like Noah?
What? No! Dad! I can't believe you would. Dad! I mean, jeez. Why would you?
This is awesome.
Gross.
Sorry, just asking.
Dad, he's just my friend.
We just
Guys and girls can be friends. He's my friend.
Okay.
Jeez.
This is going well. Well, good talk. Love you, kiddo. She leans forward and turns up the radio. I guess that conversation is over to the mall then. We arrive at the mall, a big indoor shopping centre with a couple of different floors. It's kind of dead, but that doesn't stop a mall security guard from yelling at a group of loitering teens. Let's eat something disgusting for dinner.
Hell yeah.
Language, Missy.
Heck yeah.
Better. We approach the food court and evaluate our options. There's greasy restaurant after greasy restaurant. My heart burns just looking at the menus. Nobody looks happy to be here.
What are you in the mood? What are you in the mood for? Bread dipped in sugar, bread with cheese on it, or do you just want me to inject some fat directly into your bloodstream?
I extend my hand to her. Would you do me the honor of sharing some nachos? She takes my hand with a grin.
It would make me the happiest, cheesiest girl alive.
We order a giant pile of chips and unnaturally orange cheese from a very unenthusiastic and possibly stoned teenager. We take a seat at a rickety table and dig in.
These are bad. These are very bad.
But also strangely delicious.
We have to eat through the pain.
We enjoy the fluorescent cheesy goodness together until we're all out of nachos. So, something's been bothering me for a while. Can you explain memes to me?
Which meme?
All memes. Amanda sighs
Dad,
deeply and
it's
places her
complicated.
hands.
See, memes are inside jokes shared by a bunch of people that get less funny the more people do it. So the problem is that by the time a meme gets to you, Dad, all us youths have already done the joke to death. And what's worse than that is that movies and TV and video games will try to jump in on the meme train, but just based on how long it takes them to make them, the meme will long be dead by the time it comes out. So it just dates it and it isn't funny.
Oh shit, what up?
Dad, please! Anyway, changing the subject.
Memes, bro.
Where to now?
You should switch the roles just for one line.
We go to that goth store? Who? What?
I want to hear your girl, and I want to hear his. Well, I know what it sounds like as a dude.
You know, the one that's all black and tries to establish itself as
Hey.
anti-establishment despite being an exact representation of the establishment?
I don't know what store you're talking about.
McDonald's.
You know, the one where you can buy chain wallets and it's basically an assault on the people who fought so hard against the punk and hardcore movements of the 70s and 80s.
Dude, you gotta be more specific.
The one you threw up in that one time.
Oh, that one!
Amanda runs
Hot
into the
topic,
store
Chris.
with me trailing behind
Very
her.
hot
She
topic.
makes a beeline for the back.
There it is! You can still see the outline, kinda.
That's fucked up, son. I'm so
I'm your daughter.
proud.
Speech!
Amanda.
Speech!
Alright, I'll do it if you stop chanting.
There's those eyes.
Amanda stops immediately. I clear my throat. Thank you all for joining us here today to commemorate an historic moment that would forever shape history. On a day very much like today, some 5 years ago, our very own Amanda Ann von Scrote had too much blue raspberry slushy on an outing to the mall. After begging her father to take her to Dead Goth and Beyond to buy rainbow suspenders, she proceeded to throw up all over the display of My Chemical Romance merchandise. Her loving father then had to pay for said merchandise, which to this day remains among our possessions. Thank you. Amanda is moved. She begins clapping, slow at first, then faster and more vigorously. Several other patrons turn their heads. One of them also starts clapping, and I bow my head.
Oh yeah, chain wallets!
While Amanda busies herself looking at band t-shirts, I try to find something of interest to myself. Not much for a dad to look at in Dead Goth and Beyond.
Find something for your wife.
Yeah!
Because she's dead.
There's been hot deals.
That's what I'm after. Hot deals. There's a big cardboard box of marked down items. I'm pretty sure $4 for purple eyeliner is a good deal. I think.
Yeah, go wealthy next
Do it.
day.
I wonder if I'd look good with purple
paper?
eyeliner.
Whatever his name was.
I hope that dude rocks
Hell
up.
yes, I would.
Oh!
I don't know if this is a boy or a
Oh
girl.
no.
Look, this is very important to me, but you gotta pull it out.
Oh!
Holy fucking
shit.
Jesus! I overhear a stifled argument over the cash register. An older gentleman is carrying a garment, showing it to a bored-looking cashier with pink hair. Hey, I'm wearing a cape too, bruh. That's the cashier, Mark.
No, well, is that the cashier or is it?
Yeah, you're the cashier.
Is the cashier a dude?
Yeah, that's him. That's the dude.
I thought
That's the cashier.
Oh, is it?
I
thought
can
was-
see that. Don't know what to tell you, dude. I just work here.
Okay, maybe that's the...
Yeah, that's the dude.
Okay, so I don't know who the cashier is. The cashier can be you as well. We'll make it a girl. We'll make it a girl. In case it has any more lines. This is a boy, because this is you. This is this guy.
Yeah,
This
right.
is you now.
This makes it hard.
Audience, bear with us.
Listen. Hang on, I gotta get going. I'm trying to go for like a
Listen.
Transylvanian.
When I bought this online
Yeah.
website.
Yeah, so how do we go about that one?
You gotta do like the viz. When I bought this online, like so it's every word
Listen.
becomes
Okay,
a verb.
now I'll take that on board and not do it at all.
Okay.
Listen, when I bought this online,
I like it.
That's good.
it's going Russian.
Yeah, that's alright.
It
You're
said,
Russian.
This blouse was Victorian inspired. However, when I received it, it clearly held the trademark of Edwardian dressage.
You can.
Do you want a coupon? Give you a
You
coupon.
want to build a snowman?
Will you leave if I give you a coupon?
Is there a manager present? People have to know what they are buying.
I am the manager! I forgot my accent!
I see. Oh, it would seem that I have outstayed my welcome. Good day, shopkeep. Your superiors will receive a strongly wanted letter by post.
Whatever, dude!
The man whirls around and storms out, his literal coattails trailing behind him.
But
Can't tell if they're Victorian inspired or Edwardian in nature. Amanda trots up to me with a t-shirt in her hand. Oh boy, here it comes.
Hey there, Tron 5000!
That's awesome. Yeah, I'll buy it for you.
Wow, that was easy.
Thanks.
Thanks.
At least it's only one this time. Amanda plops the shirt onto the counter and grins at the cashier.
I love your hair.
Cashier says nothing and
oh, she
rings
was a girl. I see.
Amanda up, radiating hatred. I hand her a 20. So, what was that guy's deal? Cashier
Yeah.
rolls her eyes so hard I'm worried she'll pull something.
That's Damien. Oh, man. My balls dropped.
Halfway
He's
through.
here all the time. He says it's Victorian fashion or whatever.
She hands Amanda her bag and it's clear the conversation is over. We make our way out of the store and head home to
I don't
get some
remember that
rest.
voice at all. Hopefully Cashier is a dead character now.
Next time on Dream Daddy.
Welcome. I'm so glad you two are here. And you brought veggie.
Hey, it's Matt. Nice to meet you too. That's me, the music guy. Honestly, are any of us cool dads? Is it even possible to be a cool dad?
What? I'm as cool as a cucumber.
See that right there? You can't say that, man.
My kids think I'm cute.
But for how long, Craig? How long do we get to be cool dads, man?
Oh,
Hey,
the woman
I
from the
can't
bar the
remember
other
the
night.
song.
What is she doing here?
Oh,
I
bitch!
should fuck both of them.
Don't